everyone, welcome back. It's so great to see you. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Emma and I run this channel. Job searching and job interviewing is pretty much like a job of its own. It's a lot of stress, it can be frustrating and tedious. I wanted to share with you some of the things that I've done in the past that didn't help me actually land a job or get an interview. Reason number one why I didn't get the job would be that my resume was boring. For the longest time, my resume was set up the same way it has been since I was in grade 10 and I made my first resume ever in careers class. It was plain, it was Times New Roman, type 12 font. So I would apply with this resume and I wouldn't get a lot of phone calls, probably because my resume was really boring. Your resume should be a reflection of who you are professionally. Add a pop of color. It doesn't need to be too much. Bold a font. Change your font. Nobody really uses Times New Roman anymore. Update your resume so that it's more of a reflection of you. Reason number two why I didn't get the job is that I never wrote cover letters. I would only ever write a cover letter if the job description specifically asked for a cover letter. Writing a cover letter means so much. It means that you are more dedicated to the position, you're interested in the company, you've actually taken time to research and to put effort into your application. So no matter what job you're applying for, if it's one that you really, really want, write a cover letter, even if it's not specifically asked for. Reason number three was that I didn't edit my resume or my cover letter. Edit, edit, edit. There's no worse feeling than when you just send an application and you realize that there is a massive grammar or spelling mistake in your resume or cover letter. Edit your resume and your cover letter. Reason number four for why I didn't get the job is that I didn't tailor my resume and cover letter to the position I was applying for. So for the longest time, I was just using the same basic resume for each and every job I applied for. So take some time to tailor your resume and your cover letter to the position that you're applying for. Not all work experience is going to be relevant for that particular job that you're applying for. Reason number five for why I didn't get the job is that I had a crappy handshake. And this is something that I didn't realize bothered me until later on, is that having a firm, solid, confident handshake is instrumental in that first impression. So take some time to develop a handshake that is confident. Reason number six for why I didn't get the job would be that I didn't practice for the interview. Practice your interview skills. Practice answering questions that are common interview questions. So things like, what do you know about the company? Why do you want to work here? Google some commonly asked interview questions and practice answering those. Reason number seven for why I didn't get the job would be that I didn't prepare ahead of time. A lack of preparedness for me just means that I don't really care if I get the job or not. If it's something that I really, really want, I need to prepare myself for it. So I need to do research on the company, reread the job description, learn a little bit, do your research, and prepare yourself. Reason number eight for why I didn't get the job would be my cell phone. Story time. I went in for an interview and I actually did really well, and then I got a callback interview. While I was waiting to be, picked up for the second interview, I was sitting waiting on my phone. And what ended up happening is that I became so immersed in the BuzzFeed article or whatever that I was reading or looking at on my phone that they actually had to call my name twice. And that just, for me, that doesn't seem very professional. I highly recommend that if you're going for an interview, do not sit while you're waiting on your phone. Reason number 9, why I didn't get the job would be that I didn't ask any questions in the interview. So there's always a time at the end of an interview, usually there should be, for you to ask questions of the interviewers. So this is a great time for you to use to learn a little bit more about the company. This is a really great time for you to determine if this is actually a good position for you. And this will give you some insight into what it's actually going to be like to work there should you get the job. Finally, reason number 10 for why I didn't get the job was that I had poor phone and email etiquette. One of my biggest things is that my voicemail I didn't used to have a voicemail message. It was sort of like, you've reached the number of blah, 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 blah. Please leave a message at the tone. I didn't have like a message greeting, and take some time to update your voicemail message if you're interviewing and applying, because that'll be like another first impression of you. So if a position calls you to ask for an interview, that's what they're going to hear unless you pick up the phone right away. Another thing is when you're email corresponding with, you know, a potential job or an interviewer, use good words, spell check, proper grammar, full sentences. It's no texty, you know, shortcuts and stuff like that. It's just one of those things that'll like set you above. It also just means that you're like a competent human. Job searching and applying is ridiculous. It's so stressful. I remember going through it not too long ago, and it's difficult. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you hit the subscribe button on your way out. It means a lot if you join the little family here. If you are applying or you are interviewing for positions, I wish you the best of luck. Leave any tips or tricks for interviewing down below in the comments, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye!